Lindo was born on November 18, 1952 in London, England. He was raised by his Jamaican parents in nearby Lewisham. At a young age, Delroy had his first experience performing in a production of The Nativity as one of the kings, which is where he began his journey as a performer on stage in community theater. When he moved to San Francisco, California as a teenager, he became serious in his pursuit of becoming a professional actor. Delroy started training at the Bay Area-based American Conservatory Theater on scholarship. Later on, he moved to New York, where he managed to secure an understudy's role in Spell Number 7 by Ntozake Shange, which is a two-act vignette about what it means to be black in America. Some of my favorite roles that Delroy was in were Romeo Must Die, which is where I was introduced to him, Soul of the Game, Lackawanna Blues, Crooklyn, Malcolm X, and so much more. Delroy made his feature debut in More American Graffiti in 1979, but before he had consistent work in TV and film, he kept working on stage. He worked in the Milwaukee Repertory Theater from 1981 to 82, and he won acclaim and a nomination for a Helen Hayes Award for his portrayal of Walter Lee in Hasbury's A Raisin in the Sun at the Kennedy Center in New York City. He got a role in August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone when he performed on Broadway in 1998. The production earned him several award nominations, including the Best Actor nomination at the Tony Awards. After that, Hollywood came calling, and Delroy had a prominent role in Perfect Witness on HBO in 1989 as an assistant district attorney. Delroy Lindo. He has this charm and delicate way about him. When he's playing a bad character, or even an intelligent, thoughtful character, he's still extremely likable. He still lingers in your mind. Like, who is that? I want to see more. His voice is memorable and distinct. When you hear it, it's like you're listening to your favorite singer. You're intrigued. He's powerful, he's brilliant, he's big, he's beautiful, he's everything. In a GQ interview, Delroy touches on the fact that Miramax didn't support him in his role in The Cider House Rules when critics were proclaiming it his Oscar year. He stated, "Do I feel that some of the disagreements that I've had where I, a white actor, might have been given a pass? Yes. We don't get as many chances. But I've got to say this in tandem. To speak about it in these kinds of terms seems reductive. It's more complicated than that, but it's not. So if you're in the center of that, how do you navigate your way through it?" In an interview where Delroy is speaking on Da 5 Bloods, Delroy calls it an historical corrective, and he states, "I suppose unless you are a part of the group whose stories are being gradually, subtly, insidiously erased, unless you are on the receiving end of that, perhaps you don't notice as much the inaccuracies." And I wanted to do this video because, of course, Delroy deserves his flowers and they're long overdue, but I had an issue with the fact that he's been working for a long time, for decades, and when you think about the greatest black actors of our time, Delroy's name isn't brought up, and I have a problem with that. And so that is why I think he deserves his flowers. And in saying that, this is his quote: "I'm in a little bit of an excruciating fucking circumstance, but I'm still believing in myself, man. I am. I'm not being defined by my circumstances." So of course, because he deserves them and he's amazing, give Delroy his flowers.